Folks, welcome back. My name is Rudy. You're watching Alpha Investments. Yeah, I never thought I'd see the day where I'm making a video and I'm about to say, good job, Dr. Cox. Chris Cox, I know, Cynthia, your right-hand woman, is gone. And if you haven't realized by now, Hasbro recorded their quarterly earnings report here, has been published, and the stock is up tremendously, and people are pretty blown away, as I am. I genuinely expected a very flat, lackluster report of just more change. We are going through the transformation. We're flushing out our excess inventory. And no, that really wasn't what we got. We actually saw very impressive results. The changes that we've been discussing on this YouTube channel for the last almost a year, through the bear market of 2 years and post Magic 30 and Mark Rosewater promising the never reprint collector's edition and ABU and all this, and even if they're proxies and all these things that damage the brand. And now we're finally seeing the results of, like, I know I can't believe I'm saying this, but prudent, better decisions in management, focusing more long term, the tighter, stricter print runs, the lack of the public Amazon dumps. I don't know how I feel about pretty much firing 10-15% of your workforce, because I'm assuming a lot of those people probably did important things at the company. I'm not really sure about that part. But let me just go through a few interesting things with you all. Okay, so obviously this is just from Street Insider and CNBC, just kind of just basically the quarterly information here. Pretty much, despite the overall revenue decline of 24% for Hasbro, again, most of this is because they sold all that stupid ass E1 and entertainment and television shit, which Chris Cox and those idiots bought for some reason. Who's going to buy television in legacy media? It's 2024. I don't even know anybody who just sits at home and watches regular TV with commercially. Who does that? Like, entertainment is essentially streaming services and like YouTubes and Instagrams and like OnlyFans and OnlyFeet. Like, that's what people are paying. And this channel gets a little bit of views. This video will probably get 1,000 views. It's one of those things where it's just like, duh, why have they... Anyways. But what I think was interesting is the company's operating profit hit $116 million this quarter with 15% margin. It just shows the power of WotC. And again, we know most of this stuff is, not all the profit, most of it comes from WotC. But it just shows the power of these Dungeons and Dragons and Magic Arena and Paper Magic. And you get all these, I don't want to just be derogatory, but you get these idiot, uninformed Timmy Rudy people on the internet that keep acting like Hasbro's going to zero, Magic's dead, the same thing for the last 31 years now. And, the data... I've been telling you all this for almost a year. Especially, I was the first person, even though nobody gives a shit, in October, November of last year, I told you all, I saw substantial signs of behavior shift in things changing in the Magic market. Literally no one believed me. And around November, December, and then in December actually, I then started making videos saying we bottomed and the Magic market is going to turn. Now, I will be honest, I did not expect the Magic market to turn with a degree of strength it did. I got that completely wrong. I thought we would just see that complete collapse and we kind of stick a sideways, maybe a slight uptick, but very minimal. I did not expect the continued extreme demand for new Magic. It is fucking off the charts. And I've been telling you all this and telling you all, and again, look at the secondary market prices of all these sets. We have like 7 recent sets. And what? Karlov's Manor's got foreclosed? Besides that, so we had the one bad set, but every other set is just like with vengeance and a vendetta of just proving us all wrong. Like, again, this channel is sponsored by myself, and you all, and like you all as patrons are just annihilating me on $89 Rudy draft boxes. I am selling more draft boxes still, like per day, per week. I honestly, I'll blow your damn mind. Just in the last week, even after going through the sorcery thing and everything, okay? Even with everything going on, The spend rate of you all buying draft boxes from me right now in 1 week is probably equal to 3 months worth of sales volume of me selling draft boxes in 2022, 2023. That, like, compared to the summer of 22, or like spring or summer of 23, the volume, it's not even like we're in the same world. And I'm not just talking like Kamigawa, Phyrexia, Wildsville Drain, the new Thunder Junctions, Down Under, and all this stuff. No. I'm talking Infinity, Boulder's Gate, the demand for Commander Master, all these things that are just like these punching bags of internet morons is just... I mean, look, it's okay to hate me. It's okay to be angry at your ex. It's okay to be angry at your boss. It's okay to be angry when they screw up your taco in the drive-thru. But the data does not agree with how you feel and how I feel. The data does not agree with us at all. And I'm again here to tell you all, good job. Hasbro, Chris Cox, fucking good job. And you guys know I am not a fan of Chris Cox. Me and him, we don't go way back. We are not good buddies. We do not play chess on Saturday nights. We do not play strip magic. Me and Chris have never seen eye to eye. And I am just genuinely just like, wow. They are cutting print runs. They continue to show that they're not fucking around. And they're continuing to show that they mean business. Look what happened with Fallout. Or is it too soon to talk about Modern Horizons 3 yet? Or are we going to... The only thing I'm going to tell you guys without revealing an email to myself, understand this. Modern Horizons 3 collector boxes are going to have 6 to 9 fetch lands per 12-pack box. Even if allied fetch lands average $20 a piece. And of course, you'll say, no, Rudy, they're going to go to $1. You're right. I'm always wrong. Like, just think about the data. Okay? And then you factor in, you have no idea how bad this print run is going to be again. Just laying it out there. Let's read the next part here. Chris Cox attributed the quarter's success to the strength of the company's brands and continuing ongoing transformation efforts, performance from licensing portfolio, Fallouts and different things, shows the strength of different things, blah, 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 and fueling innovation for games and toys, blah, blah, blah. For the full year, Hasbro maintained its annual guidance, which consumer products segment revenue fell 7 to 12%. Wizards of the Coast revenue is expected to decrease 3 to 5%. Even in the face of WotC Magic the Gathering revenue going down single digits, 3 to 5, call it 5%. Look how happy the market is. Look how happy the stock is. Look at the secondary market, because that decline there, even with higher prices of play boxes, higher prices of Fallout collector boxes, higher prices of Modern Horizons 3, they're still showing a decline. Why are they showing a decline? Because they cut the fucking print runs and the market's recovering faster than we all thought it would. And I'm over here making a damn video congratulating Dr. Cox. I never thought I'd be in here literally giving hugs to Dr. Cox. I didn't think I'd be hugging the cock. That too far. I'm sorry. Chris is doing a good job. I can't do the memes. I can't do anything. If he's doing a good job, he's doing a good job. By the way, the positive earnings news further bolstered that Hasbro paid $97 million in dividends to shareholders during the quarter, and Hasbro plans to continue returning cash through dividends. Let me translate that for you all. No, there is no plans to cut the massive 5-6%. Well, I guess when I was buying it, and when we get down to like the low 40s, the dividend was like 6.2% or something. I mean, just insane payout just for holding the stock. Yeah, and here's the kicker too. Even paying these high dividends, they still believe they're going to pay down corporate debt and deleverage the company. I think that's wow. I mean, that's great. I mean, wow. I just love the fact the company's operating profit, $116 million. And if you actually adjust it for one-time adjustments, $148 million. That's in a quarter, by the way. So I think you guys get the idea there. The point of this whole situation is it takes time for things to evolve, and we may not be happy. We may not feel a certain way, but a true collector investor long term, we have to segregate how we feel versus the actual stock in the data that's coming from the market. And right now, modern Magic continues to just Rudy hiccups annihilate everybody. Okay? There's no way to discount the success that we're seeing across the board with modern Magic. Now, old Magic, post Magic 30, the 2-year bear market, we are nowhere near the highs. Old Magic continues to struggle. We're not seeing any crashes, but it's not skyrocketing. There's no tendies. There's no moon. There's no rocket penis ships from Amazon, Bezos. There's nothing going on. But that's really this whole video. That's all I want to say. I just want to let you all know Hasbro reported their quarterly reports, and everybody's been absolutely blown away by the changes that the company is actually executing on. It's easy for management to say they're going to cut print runs. It's easy for management to say we're going to change things, we're going to do this and that. But the data is showing not only are they doing it, but they're playing hardball, man. And I think these print run reductions and changes that we saw, Fallout collectors, Lost Caverns of Ixalan collectors, Lord of the Rings holiday special collectors, even Wilds of Eldraine collectors that nobody wanted a couple months ago, all the way to, I think with Carlos Manor, the fact that was the set that was weak, and it was the first set to have play boxes, really scared everybody. But the spend rate remains incredibly strong, and this reinforces my opinion to you all, which was, the same opinion 3 months ago, and the same opinion that I started to discuss with you all in November, December of last year, and that is buckle up, Buttercup, because Magic is not messing around in 2024, and this information from Wall Street and Chris proves that, not only did they get rid of the president, Cynthia Williams of Wizards of the Coast, but not only that, they cut and fired a bunch of people to reduce costs. They cut and reduced print runs, hence the sales reductions and the top line revenue reductions. But not only did they have lower top line actual sales, but the profit was very good, if not better, because they had better margins. And remember that, folks. I'm going to leave you all with this. Remember, a lot of people make comments to me. Rudy, will you please comment? You always talk about reduced print runs. I said, yeah, because it affects the market sentiment, how everybody feels. People don't want to go online and say, wow, I love this set of Magic, and they don't want to see 10,000 boxes being dumped at pennies on the dollar or way below store cost, because it makes people back away, and it makes them not trust that the company knows what they're doing. And that's what Magic was suffering with. And people always say to me, Rudy, it costs Magic like $5 to make a booster box. If you were Magic, shouldn't you print 500,000 collector boxes? And even if you only sell 100, 200,000, so what? The little bit of extra cost to print the extra just in case? Just destroy the rest, take a tag. See, it doesn't work that way. Because no matter what anyone wants to tell you online, these boxes of Magic do not cost $5 to make. I don't know why the internet always throws numbers around like that. I don't know why the internet always says those kind of things. Because I can tell you all for a fact, yes, the more you print with Carta Mundi, okay, Carta will give you breakpoints. If you print 10,000 boxes, you're going to get X dollars per box as a cost. If you print 100,000 boxes, you're going to get a cheaper price per box. You print 1,000,000 boxes of Magic, you're going to get an even cheaper price. Okay, that is just the way economies of scale work. Okay, but it's not in the best, because one of the things Hasbro was doing in WotC was they were overprinting everything, probably trying to get a cheaper breakpoint with Carta Mundi, the printer, to get the boxes printed cheaper. But I'm telling you all right now, the cost to make a Magic box is probably going to be something like $20, maybe even up to $30 for a box. It's not this $5 dumb shit that these people online don't know what they're talking about. The cost, the amount of slots in a booster pack nowadays, with the different track printing and slots and variants, it is not cheap. You have raw material, a cost to make each card, the slots of the card, putting the cards sorted, and actually the machining and manufacturing of the cards into the pack. Then you have the wrapper, the ink and manufacturing of the wrapper in the pack. Then the pack goes to the booster box, raw material of the actual box itself, printing of the box itself, actually packing and putting it all together. Then you have the outer wrapper. The outer wrapper has a special... Oh, wait. That's right. Never mind. Yeah. The outer wrapper has this Wizards logos. Then the outer box has to be put into cases. Then you have to have sealed actual raw material, cardboard, and paper costs. More barcodes for the case. Then you have to have special tape. They don't use stop tape anymore. They use Wizards stop tape. Then you got to take the case. Then you got to palletize it. So then you have skids and pallets of the case. Then you got to pay to have the pallet. Then the case is on the pallet. Then the corner protectors. Then the wrapping. And then the pallets have to be paid by freight and trucking companies to transport these heavy things. Maybe a 52-footer holds what? Maybe 22, 24 pallets without stacking them on top and damaging. You have so many layers. The net cost for a box is not going to be $5. So when the company overprints and does get stuck with tons of extra product, and even if that product costs them $20 a box, you are talking massive tied up money, massive storage costs, massive risk to destroying your own brand and secondary market, which is what we saw happen. They've realized these mistakes, and that's okay. We just wanted communication in the last 2-year crash. We didn't really get much communication. The only thing we got was these quarterly reports where they acknowledged there was problems. And the last quarter was terrible. They wrote off all these billions in losses, and everybody said, oh, Hasbro's going to zero. And really, last quarter's report really wasn't that bad. I told you all 3 months ago in the previous Hasbro quarter, they were talking about going through the inventory, getting through the glut of everything, getting it off the books, tightening the ship. These were things they said they were doing. And I was like, well, they're claiming they're going in this direction. So at this point in time, either A, we have to believe them, or B, they're full of shit and we're going to find out next quarter. Well, next quarter arrives. Next quarter is here. And guess what? They were not full of shit. Chris Cox told the truth. Cynthia Williams is out. They fired 10-15% of the people. They've adjusted the print runs. And Magic is essentially saying, we are not going to fuck around and we are not going to find out. And we're coming for your wallets. And Modern Horizons 3 is probably going to be one of the top selling sets of the year, if not all time. And people are going to be angry. Game Piece Army is going to curl up. And Hasbro is going to fucking kill it. Have a great day.